Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Blabbew Podcast.
Episode 8?
Episode 8.
Okay.
Come to think of it, yes. And everyone, thank you for tuning in. We would like still all your feedback on Spotify, YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and send in any stories, any dilemmas, any plates you want to be rated, send that to our Instagram and we will get to you. And also, next week, we will be having Brad on the episode.
Absolutely, yes.
Next episode, Brad. All right, what is new with the Abbews? What has been happening lately? And I think there's a juicy bit of stuff happening, surely. Let's see what you can remember.
It's just your Instagram blowing up crazy.
Yeah, literally it's on 2 million now, which is absolutely crazy.
2.1.
2.1 as of today. Literally, when we did this thing here, it was yesterday, and it was 2, so that's crazy.
But it's funny because overnight.
Yeah.
Overnight, we got another 100,000.
Yeah, literally. And I like to do this thing. I take Dad's phone, and I look at the people, the celebrities that are on there, and there's Tina Knowles, that's Beyonce's mum. Stop it! Beyonce's mum. Yeah, there's Stormzy, Guy Ritchie. Seal, Beverly Knight, Angela Bassett, Annie Lennox, Peter Andre, Calvin Harris, Tion Wayne, like that, and that was
James
just the
Blake.
recent one. Yeah, James Blake. Oh, I can't even cope. It was a lot. We had our GRM shoot.
Oh my God, that was good.
that was fun, wasn't it?
So it was they're recording. It was 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Is it Eddie Abbew fucking show?
The effing Eddie Abbew show.
That's it. And
or the Eddie effing Abbew show.
But the effing's in the middle.
Yeah, it is.
So it's the shoot was quite fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. You were in your element.
Oh, I loved it.
They were like jump, and you're like, I'm gonna jump as high as I possibly can.
What did you think it was good, Freddie?
Yeah. Freddie's in it.
Freddie's in one of the episodes.
Wouldn't you?
But it was just fun.
It was really fun, yeah.
And then I think the guys were quite chill as well.
Yeah, it was just good vibes the whole day. Yeah. And we'd never done anything like that, so it was really unfamiliar. And we just eased right into it.
But the cooking bit with you was
I really enjoyed
nice.
it.
You can see, yeah.
Yeah, because it was towards the end of the day. It was a bit like of a rush to do it. But it came out nice. Like, I was a bit worried, like, when it goes so fast, I don't know what did I do? But it came out nice. And the food's always...
Yeah, the food is nice.
I think when I make bad
food as well.
Yeah. Up the food.
But it's not this Sunday. I think it's a Sunday
after.
Not this Sunday, the one after.
Yeah.
They want to release the first episode.
Oh yeah, what's the show going to be about? The GRM show.
Basically, I think the what they actually want to do is that they want to. It's the way they are making my videos in TikTok. Like a long form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Still fun, still
fun,
still snappy,
still sweary, still informative, and basically the videos. I know why we're doing well. Like today, just now, I went outside because I wanted to film a video walking outside, telling people that we had 2.1 million, and as I walked outside, literally I could not walk. Every single person noticed me, recognized me. Eddie, I think shit. I think it was maybe the kids. I don't know why. It was so many people this time. I think we're reaching more people than we realize.
Yeah. From the start of this year, it's just gone absolutely mad. So
because it started on New Year's Eve, didn't it?
Yeah, New Year's Day, it just turned to a million. Oh, yeah, New Year's Eve.
1 p.m.
It turned, yeah. So New Year's Day is essentially from New Year's.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it got 1.1 million.
And then I don't know, 1.1 million in like how many weeks?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I know it's because
people are actually benefiting. Yeah.
We are helping people.
Yeah, and even on the shoot that day, like they at the start of the episode they wanted to do this bit where they're outside and there's like, oh look, I'm going upstairs, and you just mobbed just so many people,
and there were cars stopping,
and it's not even I can't believe I'm me. It's like you've changed my life. I'm so happy now. My girlfriend listens to you.
That's the bit that I like about it, because it's okay being recognized, or I want to be you want to make a change in people's lives.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's nicer when you hear that. You know, I listen to you, I feel so much better.
Yeah, especially if you've seen someone been struggling for years, and sometimes you don't even know these people, but you know in their eyes that they have been, and then now they've had a bit of relief or something.
We get so many messages, we can't get to them. We have to get somebody to come and actually answer them, because they're trying to get to as many of them. There are too many. And just now she's going through a message where this 24-year-old boy, and he's had this problem with his pancreas and all that, and he's eating the way we've asked him to eat, and he's feeling better, and it makes you want to cry. Because it's so empowering. They've lied to us about food for too long that it's got out of hand. I think initially these companies were just like, let's go out of hand.
Yeah. Because before it was like, have a night off, don't cook your own meal, maybe cheat meal. Now it's like,
don't cook at all.
Don't
let's
cook.
Do all of it for
eat.
You.
Just consume.
And that's what I say to people. Look, make sure your food is cooked by a human being. Yeah. Not a corporation. Human beings cooking your food. And the best thing is cook it yourself. It's not that difficult. Yeah. And I mean, I know you do proper chef stuff. I throw stuff in the pot because I want people to realize that it doesn't have the
complicated. It is so easy. Yeah,
of course it is. You know, you learn how to use the oven.
You just have to learn how to not be afraid of food. Yeah. Like cooking it.
You know.
Yeah.
But obviously you got to stay with it.
Yeah.
If you just get up and just fuck off and start.
But it's just about practice as well.
Yeah.
Like the more meals you cook, the nicer you get.
I was cooking from age 5, 6. I was cooking because it was the thing that you were trusted. As long as as soon as you knew how not to get burned, you started cooking. Yeah. And then my friends and we used to steal yams and go and hide somewhere and cook it and stuff like that. We were cooking from a young age. So I don't understand this thing where over here it's like nobody cooks.
Yeah. Like cooking is kind of like a hobby. And if you want that as your hobby, it is, but not many people do.
I got to tell you a story. When I first came over here, there's one of the guys I was nursing with, and from Ghana, and we invited these 2 girls, northern girls, and they went to the nurse's home. We all met, and he made this curry, but what he did was put the whole head of a goat in the saucepan. Yeah. And then he cooked around it. You've seen it before?
Yeah.
And the girls turned up, one of them burst out crying. She ran out screaming, screaming. She uncontrollable. What the hell is that? It's some voodoo shit. She called it. You didn't eat it.
Oh no!
I said to Ransom, we're in the UK, man. You can't do shit like that. Then she was screaming. And forever they called him the weirdo. I'm like, well, no. We're just making food that his parents taught him how to cook.
Yeah. What's the difference between like a leg?
It was a bit weird. Especially when he popped the eye.
Yeah, to be fair. When it's actually...
He popped the head and ate it. And you could see her shaking her. I was like, oh my God, this is some voodoo shit right now.
Poor girls. They're probably like, never date a black man.
No, that's it.
Don't touch him,
kids. It doesn't matter where they come from. They're going to make you... they're
going to give you head soup.
It's like with a quiche story.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I see her, I'm going to think, maybe that's why I'm sorry, Mama. She's not completely white. I mean, she's not going to make me. First thing the interview, do you know how to make quiche? She says, what's that?
Yeah, Mum said to Freddie, she said that you asked her, and that's like the first day. You have to make quiche.
What's quiche? We know flan. People call it flan, don't they?
Yeah, flan. Flan. Quiche. The quiche is underrated though. Actually, no. The pastry is just not the one.
No.
And if you make it yourself, it's actually quite nice. But sometimes in the packet, it's like congealed.
No, I know.
And like,
I know. I've eaten it before, and you just think, oh my God. And then, but I didn't say that. I went out with a girl before, and I went to her parents. She didn't know. They didn't know about your quiche story, and those quiche and potatoes at the side. I'm looking at thinking, I'm going to die. So I'm going to starve.
This is the one.
No, I'll finish with her straight away. Your parents make quiche bollocks.
Now I know, like, if I have anyone come over,
just make
anyone I don't like. Anyone don't see a future in. Quiche. We had Gemma Colins in just now.
But do you know, I Gemma's got a lot of energy. I like
Yeah. She's actually really good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes, and we've got the same kind of vibes. Same good laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I really want her to succeed in this.
Yeah. And she seems so keen to.
She seems very keen to, and
she's half a battle.
And she wants to help her mum as well, which is quite good.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
If there's any like reason to do this, it's for health. Do you know what I mean?
That's
just
what she said as well.
Yeah,
it's just health, and I like the fact that she wants to make a change. Look, this is not, and that's the one that I said to Freddie when he finished. You just post that thing because I want to it's not a diet, just a little clip. I want to add that to. I want to make sure that people realize that's all we do. We're not giving anybody a diet. It's not a diet.
Yeah, exactly. Not a fad diet after you finish, you go on your holiday, you just put it on twice fold.
I'm asking you to change your lifestyle because people don't know. People don't know that they can feel better by changing their food. Hopefully she'll do it. I think she will. From the energy that I got from her, you can see that she's determined.
Yeah.
You know, and
we were in the toilets. I was saying about the sugar withdrawals, because sometimes I think that throws people off. Like the first 2 weeks, it's everyone who wants to try out. The first few weeks, or actually the first day or two, you might have withdrawals from sugar just because just because it's such a it's like quitting drugs. Do you know what I mean? Like going cold turkey, you're just gonna feel it. You might have a headache. Like I had such high energy, but I had a banging headache. And then then the next day it was gone, and I just had the high energy. It was mad, but it was like getting off.
But I always say that if you have that kind of
come down,
put a bit of salt, like Himalayan salt, rock salt, or
Celtic salt,
and a bit of water and drink it. That will help.
Yeah, it does really satiate you when you're having not a craving, but you know what I mean? When you're a bit like, I would habitually eat this time or snack now, if you have that.
Did you do that when you were fasting?
What?
Hot salt water.
Oh, yeah. I used to have a hot one that I'd boil in the pan.
How many hours have you done?
I think I've done, I think I did dead on 100. And that was the most.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think I did 119 or something.
Yeah. You've done way longer. But there was a time when I first started doing them, I was like, oh my God, I was literally addicted to the buzz.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like, it feels like somebody's opened another chamber in your
head. Literally.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
like
really
when
weird.
you say that to people, they don't get it. It feels like
or that you're blocked, and it was less of a. It was like it was crumbling down.
Yeah,
it was
really slowly. That's it.
Yeah. And that's why you're like, okay, I'm going to do it again because I want less. I want more of that feeling.
Because it's like a mental block. All of a sudden, you can feel it every day. It's like I would walk in the kitchen. I'm like, your brain is firing properly. Crazy.
Yeah,
it's so empowering. But then you explained it to me. You said, look, imagine we're in the wild, and you can catch an animal. The longer you go without catching an animal, the sharper
you'd be, because you're like, I'm to eat now. Yeah.
Clever.
Good.
Simple.
Yes.
Nutrition.
Nutrition is simple. Nutrition is synonymous with health.
It's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. And also, today is Valentine's Day. Yes. Are you doing anything special? And Pancake Day was yesterday.
Sugarish.
So is that a yes?
The problem is that I don't like these things, these companies dictating stuff to us. It's like straight away, everything's in the shop, and then they plug it. It's been going on for a long time. Valentine's, as soon as it just winds me up. I just think, and if it was just about, be nice, it's all about sugar.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
And nonsense,
And half of nearly all of these things, these holidays, like Catholic holidays, that have nothing to do with religion. Like Valentine's Day is based on Saint Valentine, which is a Christian saint. But no, it's about eating crap and making sweet, sweet love to your partner.
But it's not. That's become secondary now.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's all about eating, like sugar.
Yeah, it's just like how much can you consume?
Crazy.
And there's always this it's only once a year thing. But how many it's only once a year are there? Because there's a Christmas is once a year, Halloween is once a year, my birthday is once a year. Their birthday is once a year. Do you know what I mean? There's a once a year every day if you want there to be.
That's a TikTok.
That sounds like a TikTok.
Yeah, because the other day, the one that I just posted, that one is about moderation. Moderation. Every time I hear that word, I get angry. And there's people that are used to, prep. They become coaches now, but they've learned all this calorie thing. You got to be in moderation, and you got to eat this. And you think the people who are telling you to eat those foods in moderation, they're the ones who are making the foods for you, because they're going to tell you to eat it. And I'm saying that's just shit. Don't
Yeah.
You're crazy. Moderation.
Yeah, or
moderation.
as part of a balanced diet.
Yeah, but I know.
The balance is not having that.
It's true. Crazy, man. This week I've gone back to eating my two meals a day.
Oh yeah. 2 meals a day, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
But last week I'm just experimenting. But to me, I find that I feel the best when I eat my first meal at about 4 p.m. Around 4 p.m. or after 4. Crazy. Then I eat the second one when I get home about 9, something like that. Fine.
Yeah.
Because I sleep a bit later, and my body clock's a bit different. And I just think it's a good thing. Cool. To me, that's what happens. It helps me. Like I told you about my feet. It's the first time that I'm not getting any of the tingly sensation of the peripheral neuropathy. It was so bad. Now it's all, slowly.
Crazy, isn't it?
Look, the body's designed to heal itself, and I think
we don't let it.
We don't let it, because we keep shoveling all the nonsense. That's moderation. You got to eat that in moderation. No. How can it take somebody to college or university and educate them that it's okay to eat this kind of food in moderation?
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Or at least, if you're going to say have it in moderation, just know the impact of every food, so that you can say, well, moderation is actually having that once a year, so you can make the thing. But
you see, I talked about this young lad who just sent a message. So he slowly watched his pancreas. He wasn't overweight. Watched his pancreas deteriorate, and then he was in hospital. So many problems, and obviously it was something that he was doing. Imagine in a world where doctors are trained to say, hang on, let's find out what's going on with your body. Rather than,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Rather
what do you do every day?
We do?
What do you eat? Should we change some of it and see if no, they're not going to do that. Yeah. What's the medication for it? That's bullshit. That's why I'm making all the noise. That's why I'm screaming, because it winds me up.
Yeah, and it's so preventative.
Oh,
it's crazy how
so
much.
many things are preventative. I mean, look at you. You'd have ended up with
a
stoma.
Yeah.
You would have ended
in my
up
face. But for real, like I would not have made it, because how I was eating when I was in Cornwall, I just had absolutely no time to get food or make food, and all the food there, like it would be like shepherd's pie unless I made everyone's staff dinner. So I would just not eat, and then eat when I come home, and it would be like chicken with some cheese or a half a bagel, and then I just go straight to bed. And I was feeling the worst all the time. Like I have never been so like tired.
It took you a while to recover, for your body to recover.
It took me so long.
The thing is,
I'd say even a good year.
You see, as a parent, watching that was just bullshit. It was the worst thing. And I remember a couple of times when you'd call me, that was brutal. What happened? You called me after work in the midnight, and you'd be walking home in a holiday area by yourself.
That was the most all right bit about it.
Was it?
I just wanted to chat to you.
Yeah, no, you hate it. You get so upset in the morning.
I was just going in my own alone down like dark alleyway, so I can see where you're coming from.
I know.
But but I was just calling for chats. I wasn't intentionally wanting you to.
Yeah, but no, but that's how I felt. I felt like I did it. But it's
cute.
But then the way I look at life is that a lot of things have happened to me, and I think these things happen to you to make you become
stronger,
who you are.
Yeah.
To become who you are. I believe I'm a fatalist. I always
just experiences, aren't they?
Experiences. I mean, come on. Yeah, I have to believe that. Otherwise, imagine. You know where my background is. You see what I'm doing now.
I know. Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought? I mean, one of my nephews. In Ghana, I don't really have that much contact because I got lots of nephews and nieces. My parents had a lot of kids. I got a lot of siblings. I had a lot of siblings. And my mum, they think that they are my responsibility, even though I've never met them. Or your uncles in the UK, because I don't know what their deal is. And I didn't grow up in Ghana.
Yeah, and you left literally left as a child.
I don't get it. I've been here struggling and living my life, and I didn't realize there's an Abbew tax back in Ghana. So that's the reason why I haven't been there. It's very sad.
But we will be
going
going
back next year. I'm not going to ignore all of that.
Excited.
And so so to be doing that, one of my nephews made a comment, said, well, there's a reason why you're there. And I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
There must be a reason why the adversities I've been through and to do what I'm doing now. There must be. Even if you don't believe in any kind of whatever, I think there's a reason, I believe.
Yeah, some sort of force.
Yeah, force. I can't, I'm not the most educated person. I'm not the cleverest person. I'm not whatever. I'm just somebody who's got a fucking big experience, and I got a big voice, and I believe in something, and I'm doing it. And I believe that we're reaching a lot of people.
But this is, exactly. This is like a movement. This is what we were saying actually in the week.
Yeah.
It's a movement, and then that you're spearheading, because how mlike people have actually been trying to break through the public? This is what we could be doing. This is how you could fix some diet and like helping the NHS. No one has been able to actually crack that, but you've just done it with just going, this is shit. This is it. What a guy.
But that's what somebody says. Somebody was saying a multi-billion pound industry, and they're being brought down by some guy saying this is shit. Somebody put on my comment.
Dad is getting kicked out of shops left, right, and centre. Even the good ones.
I mean,
the ones that we actually go.
I went to M&S now, and we were standing there on the Valentines video and I was with Lauren, and they're looking at us. And the guy came, excuse me, I'm like, what? Excuse me. I said, look, are you okay? I said, yeah, we're fine. And we did a little video and walked out. Literally, we don't want us to, we've been kicked out of Tesco's. They kicked out Tesco, kicked out of Sainsbury's, because they don't want to hear what we're saying. Holland Barrett, he says, don't film in here again, okay? Wenzel's and what's his name? Greg's, apparently they tried to get the police involved. They're trying to get the council involved. I know, bullshit. Because somebody's telling them that they should sell.
What language do they have to stand up thinking, like, they'd be like, this man is not letting me sell my shit.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's crazy. It's
yes.
And they don't realize that the more they do it, the stronger they make me get.
Yeah.
That's what they
and I think they've, because obviously they can't do anything, the council and the whatever, they've resorted to making troll accounts.
Oh, troll accounts. They make troll accounts.
So funny.
And they just, you look at their trolls, like 0 followers, 0 following, nobody, and then comment like, Somebody just made a comment. They said, put a muzzle on this prick. And I put.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's exactly what your mum asked me to do.
Actually, has quite a level.
It tickled me. Tracy was cracking up. No, but you don't want to be childish, but I'm not the most mature. I'm not the most mature person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're aware of it?
I'm very aware of it.
All right.
I got the mind of a 12-year-old, maybe less.
All right. Up in current news today, we are talking about Steven Bartlett. He has his Diary of a CEO podcast, but at the moment there's been a lot of controversy about him having just people to promote his products that he's investing in, rather than actual CEOs like what it used to be. And obviously he supports Huel and whatever. But essentially it's just business.
Do you know, we were talking about this when he went to that ultra process, tipping point, when he went there. What's the doctor's name? The one who started Zoe?
Tim Spector.
It's the same. They all go that way and start selling shit. And because it's not, I didn't start this movement that people were saying that we started. I started it out of revenge for the fitness industry, out of loathing. And because I was a prep coach, just to prep lots of bodybuilders, and eventually I realized that's not what I want to do with my life. Yeah. So I'm trying to get away from it, but then the feedback started coming, people say, don't go to Eddie because Eddie will make you eat real food. And that's the way it became, and people were eating like Cocoa Pops. And you think, okay, you may do what you're trying to do, you may achieve your goal, but you're fucking up your body somewhere else. Serious no food. How can you, anyway. But so in a way, I decided, I set this out to trash just trash it, the fitness industry. Yeah, and just piss them off. And that's exactly what, because the thing is, what we're saying works. Simple. People feel good, and that's why they can't do anything.
Obviously, he has a large following.
Who is that?
Steven Bartlett.
Yeah.
I would say, and a lot of his followers are young, but then promoting this this processed stuff to kids, who then will internalize Huel is a meal as like for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean?
You see, that's what it's become, hasn't it? Just like the way John West sent me all that tuna.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just sort of pretend Huel's not food. It doesn't matter what they do. You know, last time I saw Steven Bartlett shaking some green drink. I'm going to drink any of that. And anybody that comes to me in the community, people say to me, Eddie, what about this supplement? I'm like, no, I don't promote any supplements. I think we can get whatever we need from food. If you just give it some time, just keep eating a certain way, get the right nutrients in. Food is meant to eat lots of meat, eat this. If you know, you can. But then people are motivated by money. If you listen to his story, you know, it's all about making money. And I'm not. Obviously, we all want to make money, but I want to make a difference. And I think, you want to make a difference as well. You can see
Come
that.
on, the difference.
No, but it's true though, Selina. Come on. How do you feel when some people come up to us all the time and say, I feel good? Sometimes you've cried before.
Yeah.
Because somebody says to me, oh, you said
when their eyes well up, I actually just can't hold it in.
Because it's simple.
I can't lie, I cry at a lot of things. I get
It's simple. They're like, Eddie, I listen to you, and it's like, sometimes they come in, it's like they know us, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they feel so like familiar, and they just want to be like, oh, and then their eyes are, stop it, it's too much.
I used to feel like this, I used to feel like that. That was wrong with me, and then now I don't feel like that anymore. Thanks to you guys, and I'm thinking, oh God, and then everybody around the world is making your tomato sauce. Somebody actually asked me a question on whatever and said, oh, I've heard that tomatoes are not good for you because of lectins and everything. And I said, well, there's so many things that are not good for us. There's so many things that are not good for us.
At least you're making this.
I'm making this. And I like the taste, and I have a little bit. And if it's not going to kill you, you know, obviously if you start eating 20 tomatoes every single day, you need a little drizzle, you know, other than having it dry. So, yeah. It's empowering. People are making your tomatoes.
Yeah.
And sending pictures from abroad.
Yeah. And how cooking is actually so fulfilling, and you can experiment with it. You can make it like your hobby instead of, I have to make this meal. It's a chore.
It becomes a chore.
Yeah, people, make it the hobby, listening to some music, and then the food is the reward. And if you prep right, so that means utilizing the freezer, putting stuff in there so you can defrost it for the next week when you know you don't have time to prep. You're going to be covered. Like, it's just about planning, really. And once you've got like a few months planned, then you're off on a good track. Cooking is sexy.
I've got a thing that I wanted to say. I made this blueberry and sprouts, and it's got blueberry sprouts, mushrooms, onion. What's it called? I made all of that dish, and then some mince. That's it. And somebody said, "Well, that doesn't look pretty." And I said to them, "Well, our ancestors didn't have any. They didn't follow recipes.
I know,
We're the ones that invented these fucking recipes.
Yeah,
which is nothing wrong with that. But if you get meat, once you run after an antelope and you catch it, and you cook it, you're going to say, "Oh,
you don't need to sous vide it.
Yeah, no, you don't
just eat the thing."
Just eat the damn thing.
But yeah, that's actually, with the cookbook, there are lots of interesting recipes, and I like to bring out new ones. But even if I'm being honest, I could live on plain steak for the rest of my life and have no problem with that. But
I've got some really nice ribeye at home, by the way.
Yeah, I'm actually going for ribeye.
I've got some nice ribeye.
But yes. But yeah, there's a lot of, like, if you learn how to even just cook a steak well, there's a lot of taste in just simple food. Yeah. And I think we've just made it seem like, if it doesn't have lots of things, if there's not a lot going on, then it doesn't taste nice.
It doesn't look colourful. It doesn't look this and that. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. Nutrition is simple. It's true, though, isn't it? Yeah. It should be simple. Yeah. You know, I think but
it really, really is, though.
It is. But I think one of the things that we get as well is, I didn't realize how simple everything was until he told me, until he showed me. I didn't realize how it's all simple. It's all simple stuff.
Yeah, even when we were talking to Gemma today.
I know, she's actually a good vibe, isn't she?
Yeah, she's pretty cute. She actually smells sweet, yeah.
Yeah, she's funny.
like, sometimes I'm drinking water and I'm like, oh, what is that? That just actually popped off like nothing I've ever heard.
Because it's like when you were young, I used to get water and I used to drink it. You come and drink it. Nice and fresh. Nice and fresh.
I was doing that until I was about 15. I didn't even know I was doing it.
Nice and fresh.
Because that just gets it the perfect temperature of icy and... warm, but not too icy that it hurts the teeth. It's just delicious. So we have a ranking game here, and it's ranking fitness influencers, health and fitness influencers. But we have a little disclaimer first. This does not represent you as a person, and does not mean that Eddie and myself hate you. No. Please relax before you take... Game. Yeah, it's just a game. Yeah. And don't take it out on Blabbew. We're good people. All right, so let's go. So
what's the game?
So, right, okay, we are going to be, mainly you, we're going to be ranking these influencers by what they offer, their content, blah, blah, blah. And so at the bottom, we have the Dumber grade.
No, okay, so you got...
at the bottom, we have Dumber grade.
That's it.
Above that, we have Misguided, so a bit like that. Yeah. In the middle, meh, decent. And then up top, the Expert.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to like this. That's if I know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. So the first one is Greg Duchette. He talks a bit like that.
Dumb Brigade. In fact, I put it in below Dumb Brigade. It's just stupid.
Okay, yeah, we've settled there. I'm actually going to bring him higher
and with him, I mean it.
I was actually going to bring him higher to like decent.
There's no disclaimer. I mean it. It's stupid. Is that Lane Norton? They're about the same kind of... But no, I say Lane Norton is misguided because he I think his head is in the right place, but he's been given the wrong... He's got a PhD in bullshit. And he's all about selling products. And when he tries to argue with you, he says, want to debate. Debate about what? I'm telling people to eat real food. You're telling them, oh, it's okay to eat. No. It's bullshit. You know, I heard him on an interview talking to somebody saying about talking about gut health. I'm like, finally, you prick.
They're all coming around now, to be fair.
Eventually they come around. They can't stop themselves.
All right, we've got Chris and Zand Van Teliken.
Oh, they're going to be excellent. They're right at the top.
Yeah, well, expert.
Because it's not expert, that's it.
Yeah.
Because it's until Chris wrote his book, I thought I was on my own. And then you realize that, oh my God, it's actually people are thinking that way. And this is a doctor, and it's like, shit. That empowered me a lot. I realized that when you were the out of process, people were like, yes, finally somebody coming in saying, okay. Then lots of people were talking about it, so it's not just me screaming and shouting about real food.
Good. Go on. Okay, next we have Andrew Huberman.
You see, I've heard some of what he's saying. Some of what he says makes sense. So yeah.
But not too familiar.
Pardon?
But not too familiar with him.
I'm not that familiar, but I've heard him interviewing. He was having a conversation with Lane Norton, and so he sounded all right, okay. But then I thought, why have you got that fool with your on your podcast? Lane Norton's a fool. No, but the reason why I say he's a fool is because, you know, when only a fool. I learned something different as well. So when I was younger, the person that I learned the most from at the beginning of my bodybuilding was Vince Gironda. Vince Gironda built his physique using eggs and lots of red meat. And that's what he advocated, real food. Eggs, lots of eggs. It was the reason why I was eating 38 eggs a day. And it worked really well. I got really strong. But then, you know, when you start training with IFB pros, I was training with people who were experts, and supplement companies come along, and they're like, oh no. Because you look at how they look good. And then obviously he's smaller. You know, you think, okay, surely they know what they're talking about. But the supplement way and all that, eating 6 meals a day, high carbs, that works. So, but then Vince Gironda had this mind. If people listen to him and they carried on that way, you can build more muscle quicker and use less drugs. You can be a lot bigger. But now it's all shoving a lot of whatever in. Whereas somebody like, what's his name? I thought he was okay. I listened to him, and then when I saw him talking to entertaining Lane Norton. So Lane Norton. I think being ignorant, when you're ignorant, I learned something different. Then eventually, as I got older, I thought, oh my God, this is actually wrong. That's why lots of people are listening to me. That's why we got more following than people like what's his name, Lane Norton. He's been around for a long time. The reason why is because people are trying what we're saying. It's working. So in a way, I'll say, meh. I don't know much about him, but only thing I've heard about him when talking to Lane Norton and so on.
All right, we've got Joe Wicks next. And Joe Wicks follows.
You see, I like Joe Wicks, but he's misinformed, misguided. He's helped a lot of people.
Yeah,
He's helped a lot of people, but then I think his information, I see him cooking I follow him as well. I see him cooking some fucking baked shit. I'm like, stop feeding your kid fucking noodles. That's not fucking food. That sounds like a TikTok. No, but you know what I mean? I put him, let's say, misinformed, misguided. He's got the right idea, but there's a lot more that these people need to know about the control of hormones. If you want to help people properly, teach them how to feel good, not just to look good.
And not about exercise.
Not about exercise.
Where a lot of them do focus a lot on exercise.
I always say exercise only accounts about 10 to 15%. That's what I told Gemma.
Yeah, she was literally mouth open, like, you're joking.
Live exercise.
With all these things, like when you get a coach, they're always like, okay, yeah, we'll go on the cardio now. But it's not about cardio. I don't even remember the last time I did cardio.
That's how it all started. If you're fat, you're either lazy or you're a glutton. It's bullshit. Yeah,
because you weren't born needing to do cardio.
Of course not.
Well, born needing to hunt and stuff. Okay, we have Ms. Barbara O'Neill.
Oh, that's right at the top. She's there.
She's cute, isn't she?
Absolutely, yeah.
Go on, Babs. All right. This is Freddie's choice here. The Silverback Tarzan. This is, what's his name? What's his name? Sugar.
You know, Matt Lewis.
Matt Lewis, yes.
I like Matt Lewis. I put him at, was it there?
Yeah. He's advocating real food.
Absolutely, advocating real food, cooking for people, and I admire him for that. Because, I mean, he's been doing it for a while. I think it's good. He's reaching an audience. And I like people promoting real food. That's it. That's all we need. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right, this is Carnival Cam.
I'm going to have him at the top there.
I actually really like a lot.
He's
completely carnivore.
You and I are practically carnivore.
Yeah.
We don't need,
I cannot actually. If you're trying to like solve an issue or find out what the problem of something is, I cannot recommend carnivore more because it's absolutely clean. Not even a second of bloating.
It's the mind. It gives you a different mindset.
It's
like it opens your. It's crazy. Fred, you should fucking try it.
Yeah, and you'll become aware of how, like, let's say, there was one weekend where we had a load of rice at the gym. Yeah. So I cooked a bit of rice for the kids. I did some fried rice. And I had one spoon of it, and I was literally like, crashed for the rest of the day. And I was like, oh, ruined my bloody, ruined my Saturday now.
But you know, somebody says, oh, no, that means, you see, you feel good. You know that when you eat that food, you won't feel good.
Yeah, I feel like, what's the word? Like, it's consistently good all the time.
All the time, I know.
And less like eat, and rather than it being really fluctuating all of my life, essentially, with some really bad days. Like, what's the point? Good. I'm vibing. All right, I don't know who that is. Oh my God, how dare I? That's Mr. John Doe himself.
He's a damn brigade. He's the face of the damn brigade.
How dare you?
He's the face of the damn brigade. Listen, right? He's the example of when you feed someone bullshit, you give them a little bit of information and then they run with it. Very arrogant. It's all about calorie. Just trying to explain it. I know it's helped certain people lose weight, but that's not what it's about. It's not a long-term thing. What do I say to people when they come to me? Look, I want this place to be the last place you go to for fat loss. Yeah. Because I want to educate you so you eat the right foods. You can eat a bit of the other shit once in a while, but eat the right food most of the time. But otherwise, it's a business for me. He doesn't realize that it can actually make people feel good and look good at the same time. It's not about looking good. Shut the front door. I think if people just make whatever about me, I think they're stupid.
All right, and then lastly, we have Liver King.
I love him as
what are you saying?
Tarzan.
Decent.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, he's what he's saying. We're saying similar.
Yeah.
Because you know how good you felt. We realize that we can heal you. We can help you recover from all the fucking hospital. I've got a video on my phone of when about 2010 when we went into Watford General Hospital to see some consultant. And I'm looking at it. Every time I look at it, because it's at the top of my
it might have been
phone.
2010 match.
2010.
Ew.
And every time I look at it, because he was so young, and the headaches were incessant. Constantly, they're being told that your 10-year, 11-year-old daughter's might have a brain tumor.
Yeah.
And all it was because of food.
Yeah.
And nobody told us.
And
that's what he's done. He's realized that food is healing.
Yeah. Right, so now we have a cheeky little Uncle Ed and Chef Selina question. Okay, so we've got someone here. Hey guys, Eddie says proper carbs are good before and after a workout. What should I do if I'm trying to fast but only have one meal every day? How do I work fasting and having carbs and protein for recovery? Extra info. I'm a dad, husband, and he works out at 4 a.m. Jesus, before work. So should I be eating post-workout and then not for the rest of the day, or is there a different solution?
Okay. He doesn't mention what he's trying to achieve. You see, if you're trying to lose body fat, then forget about that carbs for a while. Just keep losing the body fat.
Yeah.
The carbs before and after training, have people trying to build muscle, have lost the body fat, and they want to progress into muscle building. So that's why I always say, the ones who say, right, I want to lose the body fat first. But you can actually lose the body fat and build muscle at the same time.
Yeah.
If you but you have to eat about 3 meals, sometimes even 4. So if you're trying to build muscle, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
The 1 meal a day is usually for people who are trying to lose body fat.
Yeah. Because even Brandon, when he started, he was having 3 or 4 meals, was it?
Yeah.
But he was having no carbs,
No
even though he
carbs,
was even though he was still putting on muscle.
It was, I know.
Yeah.
You can build muscle. Just increase the fats. If you're eating 1 meal, just forget about. You can't still even build muscle with a little bit of 1 meal a day. I did 1 meal a day for a week, and I lost about 2 pounds. And I know that I didn't lose any size with water. So if you just say, do the 1 meal a day, you don't need to just increase the fats.
Yeah.
There's more energy in the fats, you'll be fine. And then once you've lost the body fat that you want to lose, you can just say, right, I got 2 or 3 meals. I'm going 3 meals a day. Have some fats.
Okay.
Have some carbs.
Yes. Okay. To you, sir. Then the answer is depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to gain muscle, they're different things, and depending on what your size is right now.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. This has been delicious. And DM us with any information you want, any feedback, any stories, any of your meals. And get your questions in. And we are on Spotify. We're on all the major Spotify. Dad takes the piss out of me at home. He's like, Alexa, play Spotify. That's how
the word is Spotify, but these young people.
Spotify. All right, yeah. So rate us 5 stars on Spotify, and check out our clips on TikTok and at Blabbew. All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.